Something that really hit me home a while back. I was out with friends. We were taking people food parcels from the food bank, and one lady said to me, "You're the only person I've spoken to in a week. Nobody's phoned me, haven't been out, nobody's been here." She'd just been stuck at home. An older person, clearly in a vulnerable category, I suppose, just felt totally isolated. And we underestimate the effects that isolation has on people. So lockdown is not too bad if you're part of a family network and you've got a reasonable house, you've got a garden, you've got a room you can work in on your own. It's not great, but it's not the worst thing in the world. But if you're alone and isolated, it's terrible. If you're part of a very big family living in a very small, overcrowded flat, impossible to work, and you've got children running around desperate to go outside and so on, that is very difficult as well. And so I think we have to look after everybody, not just at Christmas. The low points of the year have obviously been the corona crisis, which has shown the inequalities and injustice in our society. It's been the plight of refugees around the world. It has been the wars that have continued. It's been the failure of the world to listen to what Antonio Guterres called for last January, a ceasefire in all conflicts in order that the world might unite and deal with the health inequalities around the world. And also the climate change and environmental disasters that have continued to occur around the world have got to be the most massive warning to all of us. We cannot go on destroying the planet in the way that we are and expect it to be there for future generations. Highlight of the year, frontline workers being recognised, cleaners being recognised, care workers being recognised. Let's pay them properly now. What we're now being threatened with is the austerity of 2010 to 20 on steroids. And at the same time, some people have made a mint of money out of the corona crisis. Those dodgy PPE firms that were set up in order to supply sometimes non-existent PPE to people on the front line and so on. 2021 is not going to be easy. So let's resolve to do something a bit better. The world does not have to be so unequal. We don't have to read newspapers which continually extol the virtues of the super rich. Community action by political activists is very important. The Black Panthers, for example, had community breakfast clubs, many things like that, which brought people together and gave a sense of hope and inclusion within that community. And so it is important that political theorists of the left understand that what motivates people is that sense of community and solidarity. And that is what I hope we can achieve. What brings about change is not just the strength of people as a whole, but their confidence that they can achieve that change. I look for the good in people. I look for what they can achieve. I look for that sense of conscience they have that you can't pass by on the other side while somebody else is suffering, because at the end of the day, you suffer too. I'm an optimistic person and I see hope in so many places. I see hope in Black Lives Matter's movement. I see hope in communities coming together. I see hope in the determination to support each other. I see hope in trying to protect our natural world and environment. I see hope in people trying to protect and enhance their working environment and their jobs. I see hope all around me. People need to come together to realise that hope. You can't do it on your own. What you could do this Christmas is support Double Down News. It has no corporate sponsors. It has no corporate identity that's going to tell you what to think and what to say. It'll give you some challenging news, but above all, it'll give you the chance to expand your mind. If you can afford it, support Double Down News on Patreon.